important thing here is that what you do for half an hour at the gym or in your basement is not as important as what you do for the remaining, say, 16 hours that you're awake in the day. And this can be a major factor as to why we see so much variation between people. We have two clients on the same diet and doing the same amount of exercise, but one client is losing a lot of weight, the other client isn't. And often the big difference will be their step counts. One of them is walking 10,000 steps a day, the other one is walking 2,000 steps a day. So clearly there'll be a huge difference between the two. And so sometimes we get very focused on nutrition, on exercise, on what we're doing in the gym, forgetting that your daily activity is a very important part of your overall energy flux in your body. And so how could you possibly increase the energy flux in your body? Well, there are many ways of doing this. You could have those walking pads, you can have those under table treadmills, mini ellipticals. You can change your habits. If you get a phone call, let's say from a parent, and you know that you have to spend at least half an hour on the phone, well, don't lounge on the sofa while you're on the call. Perhaps consider taking a walk, strolling around while you're on the call. Get a set of headphones and take that call on headphones instead. You can also get into the habit of doing what's called exercise snacks. So for example, after each meal, you could go for a 10-minute walk, or you could get on an exercise bike or a treadmill. This was a really interesting study here, which was published in Diabetes Care, randomized controlled crossover study. So it's a really high quality study in which the control and the intervention group, they crossed over as well. So they did each other's course. One group did a single 30-minute walk per day. The other group did 10 minutes walk after each meal. And then they crossed over. And they saw in the results a 12% reduction in sugar spikes in that group which did a 10-minute walk after meals. And that should be kind of obvious for everyone, because you have food, your sugar goes up. If you immediately burn that sugar by walking, then you are naturally going to have lower sugar spikes. And so even spreading the activity out during the day has some additional benefits for energy flux.